Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of making a cheap art journal. The first video, I showed you how to use kids markers, those cheap big packs of markers that they sell with the kids Crayolas and all that, and how to do the background with that, and using some homemade stamps and some alternative items to use as stamps. And we came up with this very colorful page. Now I'm going to attempt to do kind of like an abstract, intuitive, negative painting abstract thing. Every video I've seen on this is always a fast video. Nobody explains anything. So I'm going to try, although I'm a beginner at this method, I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can. But it is an intuitive thing, which is you go, you artist, you go. So the background is very colorful, and I have a lot of different designs all over. And some we're going to keep, some not. And we're going to draw over this and do a negative painting, meaning that we're going to make a design and paint around it and create something. So for that, I'm going to use this white watercolor pencil. It's just a white watercolor pencil by Faber-Castell, or Faber, whatever, Castell. And it's really a nice pencil. And one of the things I bought, I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It's made by Playside. And what it is, it's just shapes. And this is a dove. And I happen to like this dove. And it's just a little cardboard shape. I don't think it's, yeah, they're just little cardboard shapes. Okay. Yeah, I put in a couple of birds. And you can go maybe like this, or thinking something like that. I've been doing some cats lately. They've been coming out cute. Let's see, cats and flowers and or maybe just one. Let's try just one for right now. We're going to do one up here. And he's going to be flying this way. And maybe here we'll have a flower around this area. Let's see. We're going to do a flower right here. And I'm using my white watercolor pencil to draw. And I hope you can see this. It's just going to be a rough drawing. And it's going to be a flower. Some petals. You could use a Stabilo pencil for this. Probably show up better. I don't know. Let me try that. This is a General's Scribe All surface pencil. I couldn't find a Stabilo, but I found this, and it works the same. And it's a water-soluble pen, so now here you go. Yeah, I think I prefer this. The only thing I don't like about this, when you get it wet, it smears, but that's okay. We're gonna paint this little flower like this. It's going to be an odd flower. And it's going to come down this way. I'm thinking I might do a face right here, but kind of a goofy face. I don't know if you could see this or not, but it's just going to be guidelines. Just one little flower with a goofy face. And I kind of like this to be a flower also. So let's say this is the middle. We're just going to make some petals like this. And this is going to have a little face on it too. There. And let's see, my bird's going to be over here. And I'm going to do this right now first just to see how it looks. And I'm going to start with, you could either, I'm going to start either with, I'm going to start with some white. And this is just plain Apple Barrel craft white paint. And this is a small round brush, detail round brush. I don't know what size it is. It's not a very tiny, tiny one. But I'm going to go over the petals that I just drew with the black Stabilo pencil. So it's going to mix with my white paint a little bit. I might give it a gray color. No big deal. I'm not too worried about that. See the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and paint the eyes in white. And the mouth too. And the reason why I'm painting the mouth white is because I'm going to probably paint it a different color, and I want it to stand out over that busy background. Now this video, like I had said before, I don't do editing. I don't know how. And I really don't feel like learning how. Maybe eventually I'll learn how to edit. But for right now, I'm good doing this. I'm just a newbie. A newbie to YouTube. Okay, here I'm outlining my flower. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna outline this flower, and I'm gonna make the eyes white. And a little mouth white, maybe. And if I can see what lines I did here. Okay, here we go. These are the lines. Oops, I went over the wrong line there. It's okay. Now, if you're not too good at drawing, I mean, really, this is very basic. You don't have to make this fancy. You can if you want, but you really don't. So I have these two flowers here, and let's see, birds over here. I think I'm gonna do this bird with a little bit, might have a little bit more of blue in the top area and more greens on the bottom, kind of like grass sky kind of thing. Making a little scene. So I'm gonna try this Caribbean blue up here at the top. And I'm gonna try, let's see, what should I try? This is my kids marker. Not marker, brush. This kid's brush. It's kind of like a stencil brush. It's just really, just a cheap little fat brush, and it's got a flat top, but it's great for this kind of stuff. But I'm thinking more, okay, my little bird is gonna go up here like this, right there. What I'm gonna do is take my brush and dab it in some of this blue and then in some of this white, and kind of just mix it up a little bit. I think you can see that. Just slightly lighten up that blue, and I'm just gonna dab on the edges. My little bird here. Now what you can do too is draw your own designs on a separate paper, maybe like a cardstock or something, and cut them out, and it's just silhouettes. It's just silhouettes. You don't, you can Google silhouettes and press the image button and you get a lot of stuff. That's how I found my cat silhouette. So you pick this up and see you have a little bird. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is spread this blue out a little more. And maybe put a little bit of water to it. And the water is going to water down the blue color. And just mix it in there, but not completely cover the background. You're still going to see some of the background. And I'm just smearing with my finger. Get the paint to blend out a little bit. Because I don't want to cover the whole page with this blue. Just around where the little bird is. And you can see the blue changes colors depending on what color I'm painting on top of. There we go. Okay, then later on I'm gonna go back and outline this. But right now he looks pretty cool. And let's see what else. Okay, so we got a bird, 2 flowers. I'm thinking maybe some foliage. So the foliage is going to be in a green. I'm going to try this. No, this green is too light. I have a darker green. This is moss green. Moss green? Yeah, I guess we could do a little moss green. And here's the moss green. It's not a dark green, but it's alright. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take a bigger brush. This is just a flat brush. And I'm putting the paint on it to where it has a chiseled end. And I'm going to just make a wiggly design going up like this. And then back down. And that's one blade of grass. Doing these intuitive paintings, abstract paintings, sometimes it's and by intuitive is you just paint. You paint and then when you finish the background, you try to pick out what's there and take away what is not. Kind of like sculpting. So you chip away at the picture of the background what you don't want. But I'm kind of liking what's coming up. See, by doing this, I'm making something else here. Okay. This moss green just wanted to take over. Right here. This is a little bit easier to do on a canvas than it is on paper. And what I should have done was covered this up with Mod Podge first. That's okay. Sometimes I cover something up with Mod Podge. It gives you a slicker surface to work on, where this is more rough. That's alright. I'm going to just put this white line right back here. And this looks like it's going to go right here. Now I'm going to pick up some of this blue and maybe color here. Now, because I don't intend to speed up this, it might start getting a little boring for you. Yeah, right down there on the video, there's this line. You just speed it up. Just speed it up, and you can see this video a little bit faster. Yeah, I think I should have done Mod Podge on it. Okay, right here I'm seeing that blue, and I really like that dark, that cobalt blue. So I'm going to squeeze out some of that cobalt blue, and that's the folk art. I don't know why this paint is getting so squishy. And I'm going to take this and kind of like right there on this side. There we go. You know what, guys? I really think I need to put Mod Podge on this. I should have done it earlier. Okay, it would make things easier. It's the first time I do this on paper. Okay, that's light enough. And get the Mod Podge. Here we go. Mod Podge matte, or matte medium. You can use matte medium. This is the cheap version of matte medium. And I'm going to pour out a little bit of my cup. Here we go. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to throw these brushes in the water. Uh-oh. And paint my page. All right. I think I'm going to wet it a little bit too, just to make it go a little bit faster. Try not to put too thick a coat on here so it doesn't take forever to dry. And although it looks like it's muddy in some of these colors, I don't think it is. It's just that milky white look that Mod Podge has before it dries. Makes it look like that. Alright. So this I'll worry about later. And blow dry again. Alrighty. Now, it's nice and dry. Dry enough, I hope. Maybe it's still a little bit sticky. I don't. All right. Hope you guys fast forward to all this. Now this step, I do it with Mod Podge matte. You could do it with clear gesso or matte medium. I don't know about clear gesso. No, matte medium would work. Okay, it's dry enough. Now there's going to be a big difference on how the paint goes on. Let's see. Oh yeah, much smoother. It goes on smoother and more translucent too. Because I don't want to cover all that. That's pretty. But I want it to stand out from this. So what I'll do is just put a heavier coat around the flower and just lighten it up as I go out. And then right here, now if you paint over it and you don't like it, with the Mod Podge being there, it's very easy to just wipe it off with a baby wipe. Because like right here, I might want to put a circle. So see, I picked up some of the blue. So let's say right there, I want to do a circle, and it's going to be, let's see what circle I can do. I'll make this cup. There we go. The cup, that circle. So there we have, I don't know, the moon, the sun, maybe, or maybe just a bubble. My bird has kind of disappeared a little bit, but that's okay, because it's right here and I can go over it. And I think what I'm going to do now is use that same brush, this one, and put more white on it. Like right there. See? And then I just kind of blend it in. Out here, and it takes down some of the brightness of the colors back there. There you can see the wing of the bird a little better, which is cool. Okay, and then this thing, it's got the billow, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the black and smear it more down. It's not making that much of a shadow right now, but that's okay. This is going to be a bubble. One of my famous bubbles. So to make that a bubble, I need to make the outside a little darker. So I'm going to go with this this cobalt blue and make a shadow underneath it, like this. Just wet my brush a little bit too wet. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the heater kicking on. We're having another cold night here in South Louisiana. I don't mind the cold, I like it. But my mom freezes. So we have the heater on. And then if you've seen my bubble video, you see that I shade on the inside of the bubble on the top. Top half the bubble gets shade on the inside. Bottom half of the bubble gets shade on the outside. So since we're doing this shade with the blue, I'm going to shade this bird with the blue at the bottom. All right there. Now, the last paint I did something like this. I did a face, and everybody loved it. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a face right here. And it's going to be, let's see, it's got a lot of red right there. Face could be right here. Then I need something right here. I have an object here, one here, and here, but I need this right here. I need something right here. What can I put there? A face is, Got the bubbles, got the flowers. Put another flower over here. Or just some leaves. Some leaves there. Here. Maybe some more wiggles. I have this pretty butterfly. How about just outline of a person? I don't know. Not liking that. See, this is what's good about having the Mod Podge. You just clean that right up. So, I'm just going to do a big face. Right there. And I'm just gonna have our eyes closed. And she's gonna have some wild hair. I'm thinking some wild hair, maybe coming out to here. And I might do some drops. I think maybe some drops coming down here. Just some drops. Ah, look at that. Such a messy Marvin. Ugh. Okay, so we have drops coming down here. Her face here. And what I'm going to do is with her face, I'll take a dark color, like, let's see. I want to do realistic colors. We're going to stay away from the realism. This is a navy blue, really dark. Yes, a navy blue. And what I'm going to do is take this little brush with my navy blue. And I'm going to do her shadows. And we're going to do the shadows of her face. Like that. This paint is watered down a little bit, but mostly the reason why I can smear it so easily with my finger is because of the Mod Podge. Okay, let's see. I have this this one's open. This is antique white, an off-white. Put a little bit of highlight on her. I do it with this one. let me see this. It's hard to do this flat. Yeah. I'm not that crazy about it, but it's a work in progress. Now I'm going to move out to her hair, right here. See, I don't like that. I should have stayed away from the face. Try not to make this video go so long. Okay. Let me see, I'm going to put some red on her lips. And some highlights. This is the cobalt blue, not the navy blue. I used the navy blue in the darker areas. This is the cobalt blue. Okay, I'm going to use some yellow to brighten up some areas. It's just getting a little bit too dark. And these are the highlighted areas. Later I'm going to go over it with some black markers and some white markers and highlight it. Highlight. Okay, this area I'm not liking this green now. I really don't. So, what do I do? And this needs to brighten up. It is just too dark right here next to her face. So I'm going to do yellow. That's going to be yellow right here. And yellow right here. Now, here is the line of the stem. So I'm going to use the yellow on this side of the flower and the blue on that side of the flower. Now, this is a very translucent color, and I really want it more opaque here, so I'm going to have to let it dry and put like a second coat. And then this is going to go right here and here. I'm going to make swirled right there. I'm going to do this part yellow right here. I know this is streaky, but that's okay, because I'm going to put another coat. Yellow is very translucent. And then I have these cheap paints, but even with good expensive paints, yellow is translucent. Take some of this Caribbean blue and do a streak right here next to the yellow. And under this, I put, this is that canvas panel. It's wrapped in plastic. So I put it underneath my page so it won't soak through. This is that navy. Then I'm going to go ahead and paint this whole part out right here. This is not the best painting I ever done, but you get the idea. This is how these things are done. Oh, my girl. My girl over there wants to cry now. Let's see. I'm gonna do some purple on this end. Hopefully this works out. Cleaning my brush. Go with purple right here, and it's going to go purple on this side. Why is it getting dirty? The Stabilo is blending in. No. I don't want my drops to get there. blending a little bit of that cobalt blue, mixing it in there. Now, each painting, well, not each painting, but almost each painting goes through the ugly stage. And I think this is what's happening right now. This is definitely the ugly stage. This is where it's easy to get discouraged. Discouraged. The thing is, you just keep painting until you like it. With this kind of painting, you can go on forever. You might paint something and you hate it, and so you start reworking it again. Okay, things are getting really dark, so I'm going to lighten them up with some of this off-white. And let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to maybe do it down here. I said I was going to paint a face on it, but I decided not to. We have enough faces. Her face is going to be the face. So we're not going to take away from that and put more faces. I think I'm just going to cover that one up because it's just not coming out right. Okay, picking it back up. And back to this yellow I'm going to go. Because it's dry. So I'm going to put another coat. Now, if I could speed up this process on film, it would look like I was a genius the way I was painting it. Well, like I said, right now, it's in an ugly stage. But that's okay. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Now this needs to be another color. So I'm thinking maybe a coral. This is no, this is just straight up orange. I don't know. Let's try this orange. Sometimes you can just paint white down first before painting a color, and it'll give you better coverage. And then sometimes you want the background showing through. And right here, this is just okay, right here I'm going to continue with this purple. Get this lime green. This lime green. It's going to go on the side of this. Or inside. Yeah. This is awful. Ew. Don't it look like poo? Am I making poo? I think I'm making poo. What it is these paints too. They're pretty cheap. What I usually do with this part is use a lot of, I use airbrush paints. And they're vibrant and beautiful. But we're doing a cheap thing. I don't know. You guys might want to just fast forward through the ugly stage. Let's see how this is going. It's so quiet here. It's late at night. Well, I don't know how late. Maybe after 10. Maybe after 11. Don't know. And my mom went to sleep. And this is when I like to do my videos because I can talk and not be interrupted and not bothering anybody. Okay. I'm going to use some regular weight. And get rid of some areas that I'm not too crazy about. What areas? This area. My girl looks good. I think her face looks good. Like, let's see how some of this looks. See, a couple of coats of white really covers up some things. And there. I don't know how long this video is going. It is 1 hour and 30 minutes already. Well, I'm gonna have to stop it. And my brain's a little clogged up with this. It is an ugly stage, so I'm gonna fix it. And the next video, you're gonna see me with a purpose. Okay? Thank you for watching and good night.